Howdy, YouTubers. It is Zaf, and in the video today, we are going to have another coaching Metafy session. All right, with the fan favorite Diego Doom. Remember him from the last video. I will put a nice little link to that in the info section of the video, or comment section, whatever the hell we call those things. So Diego's been making a lot of progress. This is our third session in the sparring series, okay, which is basically where I play a first to five with him, and then give him analysis. We watch a replay and give him some homework. All right, so this is the final shebang. Okay, so we had 3 sessions. This is the third one. He's made insane progress from 1 to 2, where he was using a lot more of the system. Thing is, when people start to learn, you know, fighting games, it can be a very, very overwhelming. Diego is not starting. He's been playing at least since 5, but just for the sake of conversation, whenever a new player picks up a game, sometimes they can get overwhelmed by the plethora of options that the game's engine offers you. But he's done a really good job of implementing a little bit of everything into his play while simultaneously strengthening his footsies and neutral approach. So Diego, you've been doing excellent. Diego, you can take it away and tell us how your progress has been since the last time we've had a session, and then let us know of any challenges that you've been experiencing since.
Okay, so you know, like you've been explaining your videos, your progress chart is not linear. You're going to have a lot of peaks, you're going to have a lot of lows. And I've noticed, for me, the peaks have been extreme, like, oh man, I got this, I'm going to cook. And then they've gotten so low, it's like, do I even know how to even play a fighting game? So a lot of ups and downs, but we're moving forward. Yep. And I'm way better today than I was yesterday and the day before that. So I guess that's some form of, you know, sublime progress. But just still working on things and learning. I've been focusing on stuff mostly in casuals. I'm gonna switch back to rank, you know, starting next week and stuff like that. But now I've found myself where it's like, I have all this tech, I learn a lot about Rashid, I understand the system, and now it's like getting in the space to you know, get these things off. I think I'm getting obsessed with whiff punishing, but that may not be the thing I should be concerned about. But I don't know, I've been making a lot of progress, but there's still so much more to learn, and want to make sure I'm focusing on the right things to keep that progress going up and forward versus just straight down. So
thank you. All right, so the up and down experience it's not just a fighting game thing, it's a life thing. Like, that's gonna happen with anything you try to master, because you're constantly pushing your knowledge to the limits, right? But then on top of that, you're a human, so you're gonna have days where you are at a peak state of performance, and then other days you're not, unless you're like deliberately doing some LeBron James shit where you're like doing cryotherapy. I sleep exactly at 9 p.m. every day. I wake up, I eat the same oatmeal and peanut butter, right? Like, if you're not like that extreme, then you're gonna have, you know, that factoring into, right, with like your actual body's optimal performance. So that stuff happens, you know. So what I would suggest is just maybe be aware of things that you are possibly doing that help you get into the zone, whether that's like a warm-up, right? Maybe you do warm-up exercises. Some days you don't. Some days you might go right into it, and then you notice that it affects you. Maybe your warm-up is too long. Not saying you, I'm just speaking in general, right? Maybe it's too short. You know, maybe there's like fluctuations in how much time you're committing to that, right? Maybe some days you eat before you play, other days you try to play before you eat, and you notice that you don't have the energy, right? So like, try to think of everything that seems like it's nothing that could possibly contribute to your up and down experience, right? It's still inevitable, but the idea is just to try to see like how much of it is, you know, you're doing versus just like the natural part of the process, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Especially when you like travel and go to tournaments, it's very important to eat the right things, because you don't want to be sluggish and lethargic when you're playing, especially a game like this, which is high octane, right? Very fast. You have to make decisions swiftly. You don't want to feel sluggish. So, you know, eating fruits, eating, you know, having the right amount of protein and stuff like that. You know, you don't want to eat like some crazy greasy shit right before you play, right? In a tournament, because then, you know, that could affect your performance, stuff like that. So that's just something to consider. Okay. You know, for me, I like playing a little bit of chess just to kind of get my mind a bit expanded and warmed up before I go into like a serious session. So that's something I like doing. Maybe you could do like crossword puzzles and stuff like that, you know. So that's just more like the mental maintenance aspect of it. But then like when you are in the game and you, let's say you experience the high, you're in the high, don't just experience the high, notice what led up to it, right? I was saying. But then also, what are you doing while you play like that? It's so important to figure out your ideal way of playing. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, this is what Diego Doom looks like when I'm playing at peak form, right? So that way you have an image and an idea of like a checklist of things, like, oh, whenever I'm playing really, really well, I'm usually anti-airing. I'm not afraid of the drive rush. I'm moving forward. I'm not timid to make decisions. I'm very decisive. But then also be aware of the opposite. When are you like kind of screwing yourself over? Well, it's when I walk back a lot. It's when I'm not playing with intention. I'm playing on the back of my like the back of my feet, right? Like I'm playing backwards, like very afraid of things, and you know, I'm not playing forward with assertion, right? Like just absolute conviction. Okay? So that's like very important. So you're gonna have these days where you're gonna randomly just be like shitting on people, and then they're gonna have the days where like the lows. So I would just don't take either of them too personal, but try to learn from both, so it doesn't feel like a day is wasted, you know? Right. So like, for example, was it a couple days ago? Yes, even yesterday I had like a really dope like session, but I realized simultaneously, bro, the session was profound because I was simplifying it. I was doing a lot less. I've been wondering, like, why is it that when I'm doing less, I'm performing so much more? You know? And sometimes addition by subtraction, which is the hardest way of learning, in my opinion, that's usually what will help you. So let's say we've been working on a bunch of stuff. You're going to notice, like, oh, shit, if I just reduce the amount of things I'm trying to look for or trying to do, I'm actually playing better. So that could be a thing, too, that's affecting you right now, is you're looking or trying to do too much because you're in that student mode. So you're trying to practice everything. And then it overwhelms you because then you're not really doing anything with, like, pure conviction, you know? Have you ever read The Art of War?
No.
Okay, so there's a really dope quote in The Art of War about how, you know, if I'm paraphrasing this, but let's say if you're reinforced in the front, like imagine it's like a castle, right? You're reinforced in the front, then you're most likely weak in the rear. If you're reinforced in the rear, you're most likely weak in the front. If you're reinforced on the left, you're weak on the right, and vice versa, right? But the person that's reinforced all around is strong nowhere.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And I was like, and that I was rereading it yesterday, and I was like, oh shit, this makes a lot of sense because I'm trying to look for everything and do everything, and it takes away from the intensity that's needed to do certain things, right? Like some things you just have to absolutely commit to, like checking drive rush. So things that are fundamental, like whiff punishing, you don't always have to whiff punish, even if you know they're whiffing, which sounds very counterintuitive, right? But when you want to practice whiff punishing, then yes, focus on whiff punishing. When you want to practice anti-airing, yes, practice anti. You see what I'm saying? Focus on that. But when you're okay, we're going to a tournament. kind of forget everything and then focus, play your game, learn your opponent simultaneously, and then focus on those things that they present to you. You see what I'm saying? So if you're playing me and I don't jump, why would you care about anti-air?
Right? I guess the fear of what I'm getting set up to forget about it, then the surprise, or that's another symptom of thinking too much, right?
Yeah, right. And catch this, bro. You just wait for me to show you I change. Because if you think about it, so this is I'm glad we're having this conversation, because this is teaching myself also. The amount of mental exertion you're forcing on yourself because you're afraid that they'll change is the same exact mental exertion you're forcing on yourself if they don't change.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's actually easier for you to let them show you and then change appropriately, as opposed to wondering and forcing it and then they never change. Because most people don't change. They show you what they show you. Most people are not deceptive. They don't really know how to be deceptive. A lot of people are just good at what they're good at. In order for you to be deceptive, you have to be very mindful, very aware, and very dynamic. Not many players are like that. Even top players. Some of the top players are just not dynamic. They're just very straightforward players. So imagine the rest of the crowd. If the top players aren't doing it, it's very unlikely that the other players are doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you cycle between three options, that doesn't make you dynamic. Dynamic is being able to shift your entire strategy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So most people can't do that. Right? So I think right now we're getting to that point of addition by subtraction for you, because we've given you so much, and you've got the experience. Now it's a matter of, all right, let's dial it back. Let's simplify. You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is good. This is beautiful. So we're gonna start this. This is a sparring series. This is the third and final session. Well, hopefully not final, but final of the session that
oh, it's not final. We're riding.
We're riding, right? But so this is the third one. This is a first to 5, and then we analyze a replay afterwards and we talk about stuff. All right, so let's get on into it. So last time I played you was what, Guile?
Right.
Okay, so
boy, I bled.
let's see how things have changed. All right. Oh, okay. My man's patient. That was crazy. That was crazy good reactions. I think he meant to do EX though, but that was really good. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, who is this guy? I don't recognize him. Wow, look at that defense! What? I am so proud. That was beautiful. Okay. I could have did dash up. Oh, nice. Those are really good checks. Oh, good jump. Nice. Okay, let's see how are his anti-airs. Hey, you didn't have to use EX. Okay. Okay, I gotta start punishing this. Well, that's actually pretty good for me. Okay, he's jumping a lot. Huh? Ah, fuck. Jump. Okay, so let me see. Is he timing it or is he actually reacting? Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, good job. You don't have to use the bar. Bro, that does so much damage. Nice. Oh, almost. I don't remember. What's the side switch? Oh, yeah, it's level 1. Ooh. Wait, what? Isn't that season 2? That was a combo from the future, bro. Yeah. Whoa. Why does that whiff? Ooh. Ah! Ah, no. I'm dead. No parry. Ooh, nice air there. Oh my goodness. Oh, good check. Oh my goodness, he almost has level 2 again. See that jump? I didn't want to DRC and put myself in burnout. Nice. What a conversion. Ah, I tried to flash kick it. Jump. Bruh. What? Okay. I gotta punish that. That's a habit he has. What? He was behind. Bro, this game, man. He was behind me, man. What is that, bro? Nice. Nice. Wow. You just cannot anti-air at these ranges in this game, huh? I did level 3. Oh, nice. He tried to bait my DP. Or flash kick, whatever. I forgot that goes through fireballs. Nice. Oh, nice air to air. Wow. I did it, but I clinked it by accident. What the hell? Oh, nice. Oh. Oh, that's too far. Huh? He jabbed me into it? Or did I get hit by the tornado? Nice. Oh, he was ready. That was sick. Ah. I was making up combos. Well.
Man, I felt so good. Like I was like, damn, I'm playing out of my mind.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I was so shocked the first two games. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Who is this?
Hey, I was thinking the same thing. Who am I?
Bro, whoa. That was kind of scary. I was like, JB?
Right. I've been studying the replays. Daggone. Oh, man. I felt so... Oh, man, you talk about some highs right now. I was like, dang, I don't suck.
Yeah, bro, that shit was night and day. I was like, whoa. I'm pretty sure people that watched last time can tell too. Like, that was kind of crazy. Like, you were doing so much good shit. I was like, wow.
No, I did start falling apart, but I was like, crap, let's just try to tighten up and... Oh no, man,
I don't think you fell apart, bro. I think what it was like you got fit. Like, I knew your habits, but they were like really deep habits, so you just probably weren't aware of them.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but just like overall, like that shit was beautiful. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, man. Hey, round of applause for both of us.
You claps, gold claps.
Right. Oh man.
So talk to me.
So good about that.
Tell me. What are you thinking? What was on your mind? And
it just feels like the stuff I was practicing. You know, you feel like it's sinking in, then you feel like it's not sinking in. Then you play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But then it seems like when you know the Friday night lights come on, that stuff's gonna come out on time as it should, which you've been showing me. So I mean, it's just I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like more confident about just playing as a whole. And it's like, you know, I guess your skills are gonna show up and show out when it's shine time. I don't know. I try to think of like a more a better way to explain how I'm feeling right now. But I'm like, man, this is like, I don't know, plenty more to work on. So it's like, man, like here's a good peak right here. So I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was beautiful. That's like like I don't know how to explain it other than that. What shocked me was it felt like you had so much intention. It was like you even when you did nothing, because you know usually like when we first started working together, when you were doing nothing, it was kind of because of mental overload. Like you just didn't know what to do, so you did nothing, right? But now it's like you're deliberately doing it, and then you know you aired me a couple times, you anti-aired me. I was like, whoa, this is different. Like for a second, I was like, yo, wait, do I have to start playing like I gotta fucking playing bracket? Because this was intense. I was like, damn, he's really like stopping me. Like, whoa. Yeah, that was brilliant, man. Wow, that was
the thing you told
crazy.
me about, like sometimes you gotta commit to your decisions and be comfortable to die on the sword. I was like, okay, drive rush overhead. I was like, oh shit, these are hitting.
Yeah. You have to present the options, because the idea of the game is like, because the game is all about management of meter, management of strategies, management of focus. So you have to manage the focus of your opponent by giving them a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? The more you introduce, you don't have to obviously do like so much where you kill yourself, but As long as you introduce things in a skillful manner, it makes a smart opponent have to do something about it or decide to do something about it, right? And then you adapt to that accordingly. But a player that's not aware of it, you just run your shit and you just run their pockets, right? Like that's easy. That's the ranked experience. That's why I tell you, like, don't stress too much about ranked. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You just go there and just like practice beating pool players. That's basically what you use ranked for, or to learn new characters. So when I play akuma, I'm gonna go there, you know, and just practice beating players that are, you know, maybe very like undisciplined, you know, for pool's sake. Other than that, these are the type of sessions you want, like this, you know, because then when you go and play a top player, you're like, you have that confidence, like, yo, I know I can hang.
Real quick, back up. You saw I tried to hit a combo from the future, the freaking slide into level 3. I was like, oh shit,
that's what somebody in the chat said. Somebody was like, this dude's trying. Like, as soon as you did it, I was like, that's next patch. I was like,
thinking ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, that was really good. So the thing was, when I was playing you, what I was really taking advantage. Okay, so we're gonna watch 2 replays. We'll watch the first one, and then we'll watch the we'll watch like one of the later ones. So you came out the gates like swinging like Barry Bonds in his prime. I was like, whoa, this is intense. Let me see. So let's see. Okay. So even there, right? So you saw how like I did the EX fireball. You should always just make it a habit to parry this, because at the very least you're recovering the drive gauge that you would have taken from blocking it.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there was no reason to block this. Because remember, like, where was it? Like, I understand you got hit by the fireball before. Maybe you're like in your brain, you're like, oh, I gotta adjust, right? But you should always do this, because I can't mix you up here, right? And if I could mix you up, it's the same mix up that would happen on block anyways, but at least you don't take as much drive chip, right?
Right.
So you should just always, like, when you see a fireball, just parry it every single time, unless you're gonna commit to like a jump or something like that, of course, right? Or you're trying to do like an anti-fireball move on the ground. But we definitely want to minimize that. So the thing too I noticed was, like, when you were anti-airing earlier in the set, I don't know if you noticed it and you changed it, but you're doing a lot of EXDPs.
Yeah.
Right. So I understand Rashid kind of has some wonky, like, you know, anti-air trades that happen sometimes. So if that was the reason why for doing EX, then I don't mind it. But I would try to avoid using the EX, because the meter advantage is so important. You know what I'm saying? You use 2 bars. Now you're at 4. You block a string or whatever, and then if you DRC, you're in burnout, right? So it's like I try not to use the EXs for anti-airs, but I understand where Rashida could be a little wonky. So that was so good. That was really good. Hey, your jumps were really tricky today. It was good. If you think I'm gonna do upside down kick with Guile, you can DI it on reaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as soon as you see it, there's no, like, you know how with Dragon Lash from Ken, if you do it late, he can recover and do it back. He as soon as you do this, it's game over.
It's like full commitment there, right?
Yeah. As soon as you do it, it doesn't matter how late you do it, because if you do it so late you block it, it. If you do a frame before you block it, he's still in recovery. That's how like much recovery this move has. So you can just DI this every single time, you know, like, guys like to do it after boom block stun, because they're trying to get the drive chip, right? Like, look at how much drive chip it does. Let me see. See, it's like a little over half a bar,
right? Or
maybe half a bar, but yeah, that's a lot, right? So if you do that in conjunction with like a fireball, we're talking about you losing a bar, basically. Nice. I assume that was supposed to be EX.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was really good reactions though.
That may I don't know. Level 2 mix-ups or whatever setups, I guess, are
yeah. That's your weakest point.
About that.
That's your weakest point right now, but it's okay because you can easily just watch a video or two and you know gain that. But your offense was great. You were mixing up your options. It wasn't telegraphed. Wasn't obvious. So imagine you start to incorporate the level 2 stuff, right? Like this round would have been almost pretty much guaranteed over.
You know, the YOLO overhead.
Nice. That was good. I was so happy. I almost clapped. I was like, damn, look at this defense. Looking like the 2000 Ravens.
Right.
Yeah, I will say after you do the light mixer stuff, a little bit more variety here, like more raw throws, low forward to stop me from walking back.
Oh, that's because my whole thing is like, you gotta guess, am I gonna EXDP? Am I gonna hit a button? Am I gonna throw you? And I'm trying to like,
but there's no reason to guess EXDP here because you're plus. Yeah, on block, I understand, right? But you hit me, so I'm the one under the mix. You're not the one really under the mix.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I guess I'll go backwards. Okay.
Yeah. So if you hit me, then you run your shit. If I block it, then now it's like, okay, maybe you want to introduce the EXDP. It's not a big deal to do it here and there, but if you know, you don't have to rely on it. It's good to do it sometimes to make them think about it, but obviously don't rely on it because you can get fucking bodied for it.
Oh yeah.
But it's good, of course, to show. You know, you could punish that a lot harder. By the way, when he does that, I think you can stand fierces. I'm pretty sure.
I saw some wacky Twitter tech like you do like forward medium punch into some kind of forward medium punch cancel into some nut stuff. And I'm like, hey,
okay, so then you gotta lab that.
Yeah, I got baby fingers right now, so we'll get to it.
Okay. Yeah, you handled the high-low mix-up pretty well too. Nice, you're not biting on the fakes. Super
here's
patient.
My thing. I didn't know what was going on, so let me back off. Is that good or bad? I was like, I don't know what's going on, but let me just.
Well, you don't have to back off, but you can just resort to doing nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can stand still because you're like you're fighting Guile. He doesn't have a cancelable low forward, so you getting hit by low forward is not the end of the world.
Okay.
Right, it's not the start of anything fucking crazy. So moving around is like not a bad idea against Guile, right? But against characters like Luke and stuff like that, then you want to be more mindful of the low forward range. But against a character like Guile, Marissa, you know, like those type of characters, you don't have to worry about low forward. So you have more freedom to move around. A character that's already mobile, you can move around more. You know what I'm saying? So you can be closer basically instead of you being like, I don't know, like let's say like you're playing like Luke, you'd be like maybe here, right? But then you're playing against somebody without a cancelable low forward, you can be a little bit closer. And this doesn't seem like much, but this is enough of a difference. Let me use a different color. This is enough of a difference to like where you can be in range of different buttons. You know what I'm saying? And the more options you're in range of, the harder it is to pinpoint what your intentions are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're further away, I know, okay, this button doesn't work, this button doesn't work. It's, you know, because of the subtraction aspect of it, I can focus on other things, right? And it goes into the thing we talked about, simplification. Commit to the thing you're looking for. It's way easier for me to commit to whiff punishing or drive rush checking if I know I don't have to worry about 4 of your buttons, right? Or all of your specials, because you don't have a special that'll reach me fast enough for it to hit me. Like your fireball will be slow, your eagle kick is slow on startup, so I can see it and block it, right? Like so ranges like this will dictate what exactly I want to look for. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you're playing, you want to figure out like, this I don't want to be here, okay, so this range I want to be here. But of course it depends on the matchup, so you want to identify this though, because it helps you get back to that process of simplification. You don't want to be like me in years past where I would try to do everything right and try to win at every range, and that just kind of spreads you thin, which is what we talked about with the whole reinforcing thing. You're reinforced everywhere, you are strong nowhere, right? So you have to commit, and you know, as a person that's trying to improve, I know it can be easy for you to fall in love with the idea of constantly improving, constantly up and up, but remember the up and down effect, and that happens in a match too, right? It's like you focus too much on one thing, one area is gonna fall, right? Focus on another thing, that area will rise, right? So it's like you have to be honest about, I don't want to say limitations, but that's essentially what it is. It's like you're hitting your limits, you're reaching your limits, and it's causing you to weaken, you know what I'm saying? So, but you can punish that pretty easily, by the way. This is as soon as you see back fist, just always hit a low button, because he can't hit you crouching.
Okay.
So you can just low forward it, sweep it, crouching jab it. See, there's no reason for you to stand and do that, because you can just crouch it and it'll whiff anyways.
Maybe again, I'm getting hyped up on the. Just keep going. I want to bring up that whip punch thing, because that's one thing. It's like someone whips a button and I'm completely ready for it, and then it happens. Then I hit a button like crazy late. But that's a separate topic. We can talk about that like another time, I guess. But like, I feel like it's an example of something I wanted to bring up to you later. That was poor execution. I was trying to EX Eagle spike through that to get you.
So here's the thing. So when you're at this range, right? Like the closer you are, the scarier this mix is. But the further away you are, the easier it is to deal with. So because when you're close, right, and somebody like drive rushes you, like let's say if I just get it like right here, this is kind of scary, because you have so many things to think about between you know, and me, right? So by the time you see the drive rush, you're like, oh wait, what? And then you're like, oh, what are my options? What should I do, right? And then people get hit with a higher low. But because I was a lot further, you can confirm it so much later. See right here, this is not really a great drive rush, because you can be like, oh, drive rush, and then say, all right, I'm going to block low but look for overhead.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you should always block low and then look for overhead, like this. That way you don't get hit by this.
And the EX fireball, I'm burnt out, so that's made you plus. So don't challenge it, just block high, right?
Well, I didn't do EX. I did right. I did right here. I did regular.
Okay.
Yeah. And you usually know that the drive rush is coming because of the slow boom. Yeah.
Yep.
So
the trap.
Yeah,
Trap
so
versus clap boom.
Sometimes what you could do, yeah, pretty much. So that's bars. That's actually, I like that. So what you could do is you can add some variance to your approach, because you're in burnout, right? So what you could do is like very late jump forward to kind of throw people off, you know, and then it makes them go like, what the fuck? And then now they feel like they have to press their button maybe sooner to try to like jail you or something, right? Or they let it rock because they think you're gonna jump the fireball, but you just block the fireball and you never jump. Now they just lost their fireball drive rush opportunity, you know. So adding little wrinkles into those layers is enough to go back to that fundamental point of making people consider things, you know.
Yeah, that was a YOLO escape. I don't know.
Good
Corner
attempts.
is lava.
Yeah, pretty much. But I dig it. Nice. So okay, so okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you bait here, so this is the intention aspect stuff that we talked about. Now you got to just get it in more areas.
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Yeah, because you weren't waking up flash kick. So do I really need to do it? Because I've just wasted a bar meter.
No, it's fine. I like that you did this. This is cool. But what I'm saying is when you jab, you have to have the options in your head of what this baits. It doesn't just bait flash kick or reversal super. It also baits parry. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So there's no reason for you to walk back because you're already outside of throw range, right?
Okay.
So you walking back is probably to avoid maybe, you know, throw or to see or observe, right? But look where you are. Like, there's no reason I cannot throw you here.
Right.
You'd have to be like here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for me to get thrown. Yeah. See, so when you whiff it, you're already outside of throw range. So all you have to now look for is, so now we do a process of elimination. We say the things we look for. We look for, let me write this out. So we'll say number 1, reversal. You know, actually we put invul. Reversal. All right, so that would be like, you know, your supers. Okay. DPs. Okay. All right. And then the second thing would be parry.
Yeah.
Okay. So this jab bait would bait both of these things. And because you're outside of throw range, there's no throw to be worried about. I have to walk up and throw you type shit, right? It's not just, that's like super high level. This is not going to happen often. You don't have to worry about that. Unless, of course, somebody shows you, right? Then you're like, okay, you're walking up. All right, I'm going to start punishing this. But here, you do the jab and you look for the hardest thing to punish first, which is parry.
Right.
Because the flash kick, the super, there's an animation, there's a freeze frame. It's a big, grandiose spectacle. You're like, oh, obviously he whiffed this, and then you punish it accordingly, right? But the parry is more subtle. This is fast. It's like 28 frames, right? So if I do it, I just tap parry and block. You have to be looking for it to punish it, right? There was like nothing you could have done at that point. It was too late once you walked back. See?
Now, is a crouching medium kick, is that a third option in that scenario or not really? Or
well, I mean, if you crouch block, then you don't have to worry about it, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Especially if you're crouch blocking Gao, right? Remember what we talked about? He doesn't have a cancelable low forward.
Okay.
Right.
Bad execution again.
Nice. Very nice. I do think in those moments where nothing is happening, it is good for you to sprinkle in more dry rush crouch shorts.
Okay.
All right.
This is the grand finals here.
The final shebang.
Because I felt like I couldn't close things out or like really take it home when there was a good chance.
So okay, so this is the thing you gotta start incorporating is you don't always button back, because that's your thing, right? You gotta start doing like drive rush sometimes, you know?
Okay.
Because it makes it easier for me to whiff punish this.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm looking for a button, but then all of a sudden you drive rush, that can throw me off. You know, I can still technically react to it. Or what you could do too is fireball. Fireball is another really good option, which you don't do enough. Right? Like doing it in neutral to make people think about it, and then it opens up your drive rush because now I'm looking for fireball.
Right.
Right? That was a good air there.
If you go back just a smidge, and again, let me know if I'm focused on the wrong thing. When it comes to the air-to-air situation, something that happens a lot, you'll air-to-air somebody, and they just land mashing, and you're like, bro, I hit you first, I landed first, and that's why I didn't hit anything. I was like, I don't know if you're going. I don't know what's going to happen here. So I hit nothing. Then you want to eat in a throw, and you know you die in critical moments because like you just flat out don't know. Is there a way to eyeball an air to air, or it's just like,
it's all height dependent? So let's like when did you hit them versus the falling? So like if you land on the ground first, it'll be good. But most, because we all have the same landing frames. Like when it comes to jumping buttons, not jumping like dive kicks and stuff like that. Like unique. Special moves and stuff like that in the air, that's different. But like if we both jump into a jump button, a traditional button, we both have the same amount of recovery on the ground, which is 4 frames. So you have to eyeball who is falling first after the air to air, right? So if we looked at this
versus landing, who landed first, right?
Well, the reason you don't want to see who landed first is because by the time you see who landed first, it's gonna be too late. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, oh, I landed. Oh, I mean, you're too late. Versus if you see who jumped or who's falling first, right? So you could tell right here.
I'm still on the way up. You're on the way down. Technically, even though I'm higher than you, you're on the way down, though.
Yeah, you
right?
see? Yeah, so you, so I landed before you.
Right. Okay.
Right. So then you're like, no, I'm not pressing shit. But so if it's ambiguous, yeah, it's good you didn't do it. If it's ambiguous, it's not worth it. Or you can parry if you want when you land, right? Or if you notice that the person like in these scrambles likes to delay tech, then you can like, if you play like Cam, you could jump dive kick, right? But in this instance, it's ambiguous. It's worth it, you know, to just pick a safer option, or maybe if you know they're gonna mash, then you can EXDP, right? Which is what some people do. It's all it's all up to you. It's all flavor. It's all your personality. What do you want? But if it's clear that you're falling before me because you hit me mad high up, then that's when you know.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nice jump. Accidentally planked that. I was like, what button hits, bro? I was so confused.
I did that too far away. Should I, if you back up, when I got the perfect parry, should I have just like dashed forward, but not drive rush? It's mad far away, right?
I mean,
took the
it all depends, because it like the jump is good because if I'm doing back-to-back fireballs, which I'm in that mode for, but if a person is doing like committing to nothing, then obviously you don't want to jump, right? So maybe you can just test them with drive rush, and if you're wrong, okay, you know that's what they're looking for. So then what you can start doing is perfect parry fireball, right? Like you can add just layers. Always thinking layers makes it a lot easier to add like dynamic aspects to your play. Great air. That was a great air throw. Look at you, perfect parrying like a machine.
I know. I was like, look at that, back to back. Man, I'm reliving this. I was like, man, I was on one.
Obviously, I'm just trying to get you to overextend.
And this is where I felt, I felt the tension there, and I felt a buckle. Yeah. I was like, oh man.
Nice.
And I flubbed this one up, I think. I was going to do level 3, and I was like, I don't need to do that. It's a waste because we still got more rounds to play. And I think I flubbed this one up too. Oh, never mind.
See, but if you thought that was a waste and you using level 2 wasn't, that's kind of the same argument though. Because look at how much you could have actually killed me without using super. I'm pretty sure, but you did the wrong starter.
Right. I should have done stand heavy punch. I mean, crouch heavy punch, stand heavy punch, drive rush. Do that like twice over and end in a special, I think.
Yeah, end it into. Yeah, you would have killed.
Dump combo, whatever you called it, right?
Yeah, just dump it. You would have killed me easily. Easily.
That's carried. That's some carried stuff right there. The game gets played for you at that point.
The Marvel assist. Nice. That was really good. See that DP I don't mind because you had 6 bars. It's early on, it gives you momentum, right? That was good.
Corner carry.
But now look, get your bar.
Yeah, okay.
See what I'm saying? So now you have to be like very, very careful. You have to be like so certain of your offense working here. That's why I blocked. I was like, I don't give a shit.
Right.
It's so low. And now look.
Panic. I was shocked right there because I don't know. I was like, your arm's still out, but I mean, that's the bait. That's what that's for.
All right. I knew you were gonna try to bait the flash.
Yeah.
So I'm out. I'm up for in right now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to him. Yeah, it was awkward. I don't know what I did there. That was really good. That was awesome. That was spectacular. So yeah, that was again, man. That was. Imagine you like a month from now. You did that, and like you know.
I'm excited for where we go next from here and stuff like that. Because again, the peaks and valleys. It's like, dang, I don't know what this word, but I mean, it showed up and showed out today, and I was very surprised. I surprised myself. Believe in Zaf. He will not let you down.
Oh, thank you. I need to make that like a soundboard.
Believe in Zaf, and he will never let you down.
Sign it, clip it, ship it. Thank you, Diego. I appreciate it. All right, so yeah, so I guess like for the next time we meet, I would say now practice watching your opponents and understanding like, you know, the scope of their strategies, but then also watch yourself, you know what I'm saying, to see where you could add a little bit more dynamic aspects to your play.
Okay.
Right. So when you get in and stuff like that, not necessarily a neutral. Your neutral is fine. Like, I do suggest, of course, doing more drive rush checks, like situations, just check and see what they're looking for, because then it helps you. You can use drive rush like obviously as a way of getting in, but you can leverage the threat of it as a means of like inspection. Like, how focused are you on this thing? You know what I'm saying? And then that will open up the other areas of play. So the drive rush can be like a means to the end. It doesn't have to be the ends to the mean, right?
Right. Gotcha.
So yeah, I would incorporate more of that, using more of it at the end of a block stun also for the same type of experience where you're trying to try to test and see what I'm looking for after those neutral reset scenarios.
And something that I think I understand now to explain it that way, one thing I've been encountering, I will try to drive rush off of negative frames, and then I get hit. And I'm sitting there thinking, dang, this scrub is just hitting preemptive buttons, right? But then it's like, but don't look at it that way. It's like, okay, they're focused on drive rush now. Now after that scenario, just wait and maybe try to whiff punish their preemptive button, correct?
Yeah, so if they're doing things preemptively, you whiff punish it. Once you see that they're like hesitating, that's when you can ramp up the intensity. You could jump, drive rush, you go dash up, regular dash. Like as soon as you block it, as soon as you know, like you've seen them change, or you know the players, you know, maybe smart enough to fucking just change because they've got punished, then you could just do it, right? Like you want to look for the tells in their behavior that they're changing, and then that's what you capitalize on. You want to minimize guessing as much as possible, right? We don't want to guess. We want to have like ideas behind the decisions we're making. Even if it's, say, I do something random, I'm doing something random because I want to see if you can stop it.
Right.
See, there's a reason, right? I want to do this because it's something I don't think you're expecting. See, that's a reason. Even though it's still, you know, quote unquote random, there's still reasoning behind it. You don't need it to be like a permission thing where you have to gather the information to know, right? Because this is not that type of a game. This game, you want to introduce things as swiftly and intensely as possible, and then overwhelm your opponent, and then you know, you strike where the iron's hot, right? But yeah, I'd say that, and then yeah, just more variance overall with your layering, with the mixer situation, more fireballs to get people. Just try to test the strategy, like the strategic aspects of your play. Try to see what cohesion can exist between your tactics. How does fireball help you with drive rush? How does drive rush help you with fireball? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what your brain is now headed in that direction.
Now, like, how will I know? I know this might be like a loaded question, but how would I know, like yeah, this is the strat? Like, how do you know, like, this is it?
There is no this is the strat, because you have to fine tune it for everybody to some degree.
Right.
But you'll know what feels right for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, I get a lot of success with this. So there are going to be some players where it doesn't work, but the idea is what gives you the most success, because we're trying to play the probability, the field, and then we fine tune it. You see?
Right. Okay.
Right. So you don't have to find the cookie cutter, one strategy beats all. Right. So yeah. So thank you, Diego, I appreciate it, man.
No, thank you, because I've surprised myself today, big time. I was like, dang. Yeah, this was fun. Super fun.
Worth it?
Absolutely.
Woo! Got the stamp of approval, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks. I really appreciate you, Zaf. Thank you so much, and I look forward to continuing on.
All right, brother, man. Keep it up, man. I'm proud of you, dog. That shit was motivating as fuck. I'm over here. I gotta go to the gravity chamber and
right.
you know what I'm saying? Shit. That shit was crazy.